I am become meme. Yeah, pretty much. I'm living the meme. It's like there's living the dream and there's living the meme, and it's pretty much what's happening, you know.
Julian, but before we get too far into the news, I do want to talk about your trip to CPAC the other week. Now, I'm glad someone was there covering it. I feel like CPAC this year just crept up on me, and I had no idea what was going on. But I'm was very glad that someone was there. In, as I mentioned it before, the happiest place on earth, the Gaylord Convention Center in Maryland. Uh, Julian, from your writing on CPAC, and I want to talk about the current state of QAnon as well. But like the thing that came across to me was that as compared to the last Trump administration, when Felix, Matt, and I, when we visited CPAC, it seemed like the first Trump administration CPAC, it was a happier affair. And even though like they're sitting on top of the world right now, like the impression I got from your coverage of the second Trump term CPAC is that they're all really angry, and like even though they fulfilled their grandest wishes politically speaking, they seem very I don't know, uneasy and upset and angry. Am I correct in thinking that?
A lot of revenge seeking. And I feel like that is the difference between who Trump appointed this time around. Last time it was like a bunch of useless people that he kind of fired, but this time it's like anybody out for blood. You know, the ice guy was talking about how they're bringing back some of the good old boys, like people who were fired for being too fucking wild even for ICE. So they're deliberalizing all of these empire kind of tools, and I think that is the main thing. It's like it's an internal argument over whether we need the carrot in the carrot and stick configuration of the American empire. Do we even need the carrot? Fuck the carrot. Why don't we just get rid of USAID and use the money for force?
And I know like certain fissures have arisen between the MAGA right, which is like totally dominant, and more traditional conservative Republicans over a number of things, like, more traditionally neoconservative hawkish Reagan Republicans don't like his appeasement of Russia. And I guess more like, morally traditional people don't like his, carnival of porn stars and pimps and sex traffickers that he keeps parading around the White House. But like, Julian, can you detect any tensions or fissures within the MAGA movement itself?
No, actually. I mean, there are so many inherent contradictions, but I feel like that is what we're just getting better at kind of shoving aside, because everybody has essentially a fictional subtext to whatever they're experiencing, right? So there's what's being said on stage, and then for like someone who's super into QAnon is like, oh well, yeah, they're talking about the storm, and then for someone who's a bit more of a Reaganite, it's like, oh yeah, that's good. They're asserting American geopolitical dominance. So everyone's filling in the blanks, and I think that's one of like the main things is that everybody's yes ending now, and currently I think the fissures are they're not going to show up until revenge has been taken. That's the main thing. It's like, fuck these liberals. We put up with it for 4 years. We're going to, get Comey. The J6ers were there and they were talking about that. I mean, one of the women said the hunters have become the hunted. And there's this idea of like, well, now it's our turn to use, the guns and the power and the judiciary system, and we're going to use it against you guys now.